crazy dreams, and when I went to the eye doctor, he immediately took me off. I was in school at the time. He said it's not good for people in school. He put me on something else. I've changed my medications a couple times for my own personal comfort. That's crazy that you could actually like pick a medicine based off your comfort. I had to change to a medicine that didn't require Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, subscribe, hit notification bell so you can get all of my updates. I'm going to keep my wall out. Sorry, I'm going to push this different. Okay. So, anyway, like I was saying, go ahead, subscribe, hit notifications. I'm going to be doing more videos. So here I am. Today, I'm going to do my first education video. If you want to know where I've been, I'll link the first video below. If you're seeing this, I should have 3 new videos up because I'm trying to do 3 at one time just to cover myself for August until I come up with a consistent schedule. If you watched my first video about my life with HIV, thank you so much for the love and appreciation. It really helped me get my book out, which is right here. I'm gonna show you my book on the first video I didn't have with me. It's called Life After HIV, Removing the Mask. Of course, that's not me, but this is my baby, y'all. It's so cute. It's not that many pages. I'll do a whole video about my book, but it's a few chapters, and it's very. If you order it from my website, I'll sign it for you. I just want to show you at the end of each chapter, I do have tips, like right here. See that? It says like disclosure tips when disclosing, I can't read, disclosing your HIV status, and then at the bottom, tips when your friend or family member discloses. So it's for everybody. I've been getting great reviews. I'm trying to get people to put them on Amazon, but you should definitely grab it. So y'all helped me birth this baby, and I gotta say thank you. So I want to do my first education video. As you can see from the title, is entitled I Have HIV, What Now? Now this is the first video I did in my support group. I can't share it here because it's a very private support group. If you want to join, friend me on Facebook, I'll add you in, but it's just for HIV positive people. I'll be doing most of my prevention information over here on this channel, so follow me. I'm getting all my social media set up. I have a Facebook page, page just for my book, in which I'll include this stuff about educating about HIV. I have a blog. I have a lot of different resources that I'm creating, so if you need it, yeah, holler at me. But anyway, let's get into the video. What you'll learn about me is I don't like really long videos. My attention span isn't that long, so if it starts to get too long, I will either shorten it, keep going, and divide it into 2 so you won't be overwhelmed. So I try to keep this video to the point. I go, like I said, in my support group, I will go with more detail. I do hour-long videos there. So let's get started. I'm gonna be going back and forth from my phone because I want to use my notes. If you see me look off or say something, I got 2 dogs and they in the house, even though I want them outside, but it's hot. So they're in the other room. So and they're doing something right now. So because she doing too much. I'll take her out a little bit. But anyway, so I've been looking back and forth in my phone because when I did the video, and when I recorded my group, I did do notes. And if you think I should I'll attach the notes because I know how sensitive HIV is. So I'll send a downloadable link to the notes. I'll figure out how to do that, and so you guys can have the notes as well. So I'm going to discuss this. So like I said, I have HIV, what now? So the purpose of this video is just to talk about what you find out you have HIV. What do you do now? We always hear about testing, but nobody talks about what happens after you test. What is next? Do you know what to do next? Because it's so many ways to test now. Back in the day, you had to go to a doctor's office. Now you can do it at your home. You can do it anonymously, and you can do it at places that are not a doctor's office. So if you find out, where do we go from here? So the first thing, my first suggestion is research. People may feel like, oh, you need to tell them to go to the doctor first. I say research first. You just found out about your diagnosis. You need to understand what's going on with you. So research. I use cdc.gov, I use pause.com, aidsinfo.com, and on pause.com, POZ.com, they have forums where other people with HIV can talk. Now, they do give you a disclaimer that if you use something familiar, people could search you. So if you're like in the closet and you don't want to know, I would use fake name, things like that, so it won't be traced back to you if that's what you want to do. Or I would just look at it, because you don't have to be a member, you don't have to comment. First thing is going to be research. So learn everything about what HIV is, what it is not. So for example, people think HIV, you get HIV, that means you got AIDS. It's two totally different things. AIDS is based off your numbers, which you need to learn, which we'll get to in a second. So you just need to know the difference. You need to know what is the new research. Learn about what medications are doing these days. Because now, if you take your medicine, did you know that you're technically non-infectious? You can't transmit it. I've been undetectable for years, so you can't transmit it. It's so low in your blood that it's untransmittable. But the disclaimer, you have to be that way for 6 months. So just things like that. Just go and educate yourself, because nobody else won't do it for you. What's the latest research? What's the latest things that they're doing to treat? What's the latest medication that they have out? Think about what other issues you already come with. Because some medicines, if you have bad liver or bad kidney, they may not be good for you. So you have to be very in tune with your body and just know about what's going on. And I'm not saying go too in depth. Don't do information overload. When I was diagnosed, I researched everything, because I knew nothing. I didn't have nobody teaching people about HIV when I found out. So I knew nothing. So my first tip is to research. And I'm just going to pull up my notes here, because I want to kind of stick to the topic. So as far as your research, you want to educate about yourself. So know your numbers. That's one of my second tips is know your numbers. You want to know your CD4 count. The higher the better, and your viral load, the lower the better. So meaning you want an inverse relationship. They should be opposite. You want your CD4 up, your viral load very low. Undetectable means the virus is so low that it cannot be detected in the blood. So it may say, and I'll try to, if I get that good with the camera, I'll try to show you some of my results to show you exactly what I'm talking about with these. Find your infectious disease doctor. Take recommendations, look it up, look online. It's something called ZocDoc.com. And on ZocDoc, you can look up doctors and reviews, and you can even schedule an appointment. But you look on ZocDoc, they have doctors on there. So infectious disease doctor that specializes in patients that have infectious diseases. That's what an infectious disease doctor is. And they usually have more information than your general internal medicine doctor. So when I was diagnosed, my primary care doctor put me on this drug called AAA. And I was undetectable in 2 weeks, but I was having crazy dreams. And when I went to the ID doctor, he immediately took me off. I was in school at the time. He said it's not good for people in school. He put me on something else. I've changed my medications a couple times for my own personal comfort. That's crazy that you can actually like pick a medicine based off your comfort. I had to change to a medicine that didn't require food and didn't gain weight, because I gained like 30 pounds on this last one. I was only 6 months. I gained some like 30 pounds, which I've lost now, thank God. But I thought it was just me because I'm bigger and I like, maybe it's just me, I'm just gaining weight. But no, it was my medicine. So you gotta look up though, know those kinds of things. And infectious disease doctor can help you. And mine that I go to in Georgia, they stay up on the latest research. So I like them because I can stay up on research. Find a good OBGYN, because if you're a female, you need a good OBGYN who kind of knows about HIV. Don't necessarily have to know, but just somebody who's very thorough and who will pay attention. Because number one, if you want to have a baby, it's possible, but you have to make sure you work with a practitioner that is familiar with that, because they may not do the right things that are necessary. And also you want to be mindful of like birth control. Some birth control is canceled out by HIV medications. I ran into that issue, so I can't take birth control because it only works if it's a high dose, and high doses are not good because of all the hormones. So if I needed birth control, I can't take it. It just don't work for me. That's my experience. So you got to pay attention to that too. So yeah, know how to protect yourself, because just because you have HIV does not mean you can't get other STDs and other STIs, and you will get sicker than them. You're at a higher risk than they are. So some people are like, oh, I'm scared of you, you got HIV. No, baby, we scared of you because somebody did it to us, and if we get another bug from you, then that's gonna make it worse for us. So what ends up happening is you kind of flip. You'll be like, I'm all right, I'm good. But anyway, get tested, use protection. Condoms are very effective. Latex condoms, not sheepskin. They do not protect HIV. HIV can get through sheepskin. So latex condoms, okay? So that's mostly like your physical health and getting educated. And then mental health is also important. You might consider counseling, support groups. You have to get support from somewhere. Then I think, my opinion, this is not proved by science, the biggest killer of HIV is your mental state and stigma. Mental state and stigma. Your mental state not right, stigma is high, you will feel alone, you will feel trapped. I know people who the only person they've talked to is me. Oh my goodness. And I'm so happy because I've helped so many people who've talked to me, but it's overwhelming for me sometimes. I still love my people though. They know, they get to know me, and they know I'll go back and forth with them, and they know I'll hit them up later and check on them every few months, or they'll check on me. But you have to get support from somewhere. If it's journaling, if it's talking to God, I'm not saying you have to physically tell somebody. Do everything in your own timing. Do everything in your own timing. Don't let nobody rush you and tell you, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But be mindful that it's hard to get through this alone. So you have to find support. You can do online. I got an online support group. You ain't got to talk to nobody in there, and I'll teach you about it, and I'll do support. I do daily posts. I'll show a picture of the revamping I'm doing in there. It's other online support groups with women with HIV. It's other just physical support groups you can go to. You can start your own support group over the phone, conference calls. Like, if you build Rome, the people will come. Is that how you say that? I don't know. But if you build, they will come. So you have to take care of your mental health. Like, it's very important. And like I said, a lot of stuff I could do separate videos on. And if you want me to do it, go on and request it, girl. Go on and request it, man. Put it on down there in the comments, and I'll hook you up. Okay, so counseling, support group. Oh, and then the forums. That's another good idea from pause.com. Online forums. It's a good idea. Let me see what else I got here. In journaling, which I spoke about in talking to God. So let's review just a little bit. We got to take care of our physical health. We're gonna go get tested. No, we're gonna get labs done, CD4 and viral load. And also some other labs you need to take is get your BMP done, your CB. Some of you are like, what the heck is that? Your BMP is a basic metabolic panel, and that's like your potassium, your sodium. It shows your kidney function. That's how you find out about your kidney function. You want to check make sure your liver function gets checked. Make sure that your complete blood count is checked. Make sure they check you for diabetes, because you run risk of diabetes. Make sure you get a TB skin test done. I'm gonna have all this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down, because the TB skin test I did not write on my other notes, so I'm gonna update this. But anyway, TB skin test. Make sure you check for resistance. That's another lab test that you need. So it'll be a little more lab test when I review this. But check for resistance, because that's how you know what type of medication that you can or cannot take based off when they find out you have HIV, okay? So like I said, know your test, know how to protect yourself, get your lab work done. Vaccines are important. You may have some weird vaccines offered to you. I say that's your choice. Do your research. I'm not your doctor. I don't know your life. I don't know about you. This is very general information. I did get the vaccines for like hepatitis A. I already had hepatitis B. I get a flu shot every year, and I get a pneumonia shot. Now, I do this because I work in the healthcare field. I come in contact with so many things. I ain't trying to get sick. I've had pneumonia before. I don't like it. And I got it from my own habits. I'll say that I used to smoke cigarettes. So I got them from my own habits, and I didn't like it. It was horrible. So, yeah. So you protect yourself. Take care of your mental health. Journaling, pretty much your mental health is just finding a way to cope. Find a way to cope. whether it's journaling, talking to God, talking to other people with HIV, talking to people who don't got it, finding a counselor. If you have health insurance, finding a counselor. And then the last section that I have on here is disclosure tips, and it's getting long, so I'm going to make that my second education video about disclosure tips. I'll keep the tips on this paper, and I'll also link my blog post about disclosure if you just want to read up on it, but I'll do a more in-depth video. I want to see what's the latest, like update some things. So so our first things for what now is we're going to do research. We're going to do research. We're going to get educated. We're going to get labs done. We're going to get vaccines. And we're going to take care of mental health. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I would say newly diagnosed first year, this is your focus. Getting yourself together, mentally getting to a place of mental acceptance, finding support. And you can even find support in the book. If you're a reader, buy people's books. I brought people's books, okay? And I got more to buy because my story is nothing like other people's story. So, but yeah, so we have to do what we have to do to take care of ourselves. I hope that you enjoyed my education video. Link the notes. Tell me what y'all think about it. What some other things you want to hear about. And I want to do a Q&A. So if you have questions, comment them here or on my previous video. I'm going to collect the questions, and hopefully maybe by September I'll be able to do a Q&A video, and I'm going to get some Q&A from Facebook. So I did a Facebook Live like in October. I got screen recorded. I might could record it and upload it here. If I can, I'll do that because this is great information. But yeah, so let me know what you like. Tell me how I can improve. Tell me if I'm talking too fast. Inbox me that, okay? Don't put that on my video. If you do, I won't be mad at you. It's just been a while since I did a video. Tell me what kind of videos y'all want to see. I hope that this has blessed you. I hope that you have a little bit of a better understanding of what you want to do if you find out you have HIV. Or even if it's to the point where you find out your friend got it or your family member got it and you want to help them. That's what I say you should do. You should use some of this content, use these notes, and kind of help them through. And I could use that kind of support at the doctor's office. So I'm pretty sure they could use it. Just depends. You know your people. So yes, take care of yourself. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Bye. Remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And like this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up.